All right.
My favorite.
Happy Friday, everybody. Big waves to you. Good to see you. Nancy and Matthew. Obviously, today's Matthew's birthday. Happy birthday, Matthew and Nancy. We were like shouting your name from the rooftop yesterday. Happy birthday. So if you're watching this or watching the recording, I hope you guys have an amazing day, amazing weekend, and happy Good Friday. Happy Easter. We've got our Canadian friends came out. Bill Saling, where's your background? They came out with festive Easter background colors today. No, I'm kidding. Good to see everybody. Did I do big waves? Big waves to you. Big waves to you. Good to see you. So I feel like we're in a great mood, and I don't know, this word might bring us down a little bit. I don't know. So we're going to do it though. And Andrew, I sent you a picture. So the word for today, because this is our week of D's, which I can relate to because I might have had a few of them in high school and elementary, and you know, is what it is. I made it out barely. So drama, an exciting, emotional, or unexpected series of events or set of circumstances. Now, the only thing I can think about that's exciting about drama is how many of you's been to like a what do they call it? Like a haunted house. Maybe that's drama. Maybe that's what they're considering drama, where you get a little excited when somebody jumps out behind you with a chainsaw and you nearly wet your pants. Maybe that's, you know, they call that exciting, I guess. But when I think of drama, I think of all things that I want to stay away from as much as humanly possible. Like there's nothing, when I think of drama, there's nothing that makes me want to run towards that word. And Dapo's on here this morning. Dapo actually hijacked his post this morning. You know, I say there's some things you got to do to succeed in this world, and 3 come to my mind: lie, cheat, and steal. Okay. Everybody that's never heard that, you look up and you say, what do you mean by that? You know? And I do a training on this all the time. I think you got to lie in bed at night and dream big dreams. I think you got to cheat time out of your day to work your butt off. And I think you've got to steal ideas of people that have more wisdom than you, that have been there, they've done it, and they can save you a lot of headache. So Dapo this morning, I stole from Dapo. Okay. All right. So when I say lie, cheat, steal, that's what I mean. I love it too, because man, everybody gives me storm cloud eyes when I say those 3 words. So it's good. I mean, Tia did it this morning, not to call you out, Tia. So here's the thing. Dapo made a post this morning. I want to show you the post. Think about this. When you think about the word drama, the power of stepping away. How many of you can relate to that in your life? I look at the burning matches that's been burned, and I go, that's drama. The one on the far left maybe started the drama and lit all the others like a domino effect to create a group of dramatic people. And then it would have kept on, but one match decided to step away, slide down, and saved another group of people. The power of stepping away. We don't know what it turns into. We don't know what stopping that dramatic situation turns into. Dapo, this was huge for me this morning, because I'll tell you why. Number one, I've had people in my life that has really infected dramatic things for me, like created drama, and it doesn't have to be like terrible things. It could just be puts me in a bad state of mind. How many of you can relate to that? Maybe put a 1 in the comment. If somebody comes to mind that please don't say their name, but it comes to mind, you're like, yeah, absolutely. I get on the phone with them and I immediately go to a negative place, and it affects my day. But here's where I went too. I've also been that person. I've been that match on the far left that started the drama. Wake up on the wrong side of bed, not counting my blessings, mad because something didn't go my way. And before you know it, I've had a phone call with the next match. I've went to eat with the next match. Then I got them in a bad spirit that lit the next match and the next match. And I really don't know the trickle effect that had on all those matches till hopefully somebody stepped away from that drama that I started. So Andrea, turn it back, if you will. So I share that, and I'm going to turn it to Andrea. I don't want to be that match. And I catch myself the older I get. Maybe it's getting burned. Maybe I feel like sometimes something might be taking advantage of me. For whatever reason, it makes me, I got to guard myself from bitterness, from that negative person, that match, that if I don't watch it, what's coming out of my mouth to the next person that's sending them to a bad place, it's going to infect the next person. It's going to infect the next person. This was impactful for me this morning. And then I come across this. It says, they made a monster out of you because you walked away from their drama. How many of you's walked away from drama? Maybe some friends, maybe people you stepped away, you were that match. And they made a monster out of you. Maybe not literally, but I mean, they talked about you. You stepped away from it. So be it. Let them deal with what they created. Be at peace with yourself and stay out of their conflict. Not only did I think about other people that have done that to me in my life, I also thought about myself. And I thought, you know what? I could have possibly been a person that somebody had to step away from because I was causing the drama. I don't want to be that person. So, Andrea, that was my thought today. I'll turn it to you.
Well, great message this morning, Coach. I loved it, and it is powerful. And I think this is a perfectly positive word for Friday. So the quote that I loved was, and sometimes, that song, my daughter sings it all the time, but it's like, it's me. I'm the problem, pretty much. So sometimes we look around and we're pointing at everybody else that they created the drama, but sometimes we have to look in the mirror and say, oops, that was my bad. I caused that. I stirred that pot. I created it. So the quote that I found kind of along those lines is, drama does not just walk into your life. Either you create it, invite it, or associate with it. One or the other. Or the other, because there's 3, so one or the other didn't work. But anyway, so part of it absolutely comes from us in either how we're reacting to it or how we're creating it or what's kind of going on in our world. And I think all of us have had times in our life where we were in every role. Sometimes we were the one to create it, sometimes we were reacting to it, and sometimes we're just associating with it. But regardless, we've all been in one of these roles. So I'm going to talk about some tips to instantly reduce it. And the first one is react responsibly. And I was actually reading a book today, And it was not on this topic, but it actually plays in really, really well, where it says, be a log. And it's like, what in the world does that mean? But what does a log do? You can kick a log, you can yell at a log, you can love on a log, you can be really mean to a log, and the log is still the log. It doesn't change in any way. So we have to work on our reactions. We have to be like that log and know that we have a choice in how we react to everything. And sometimes that choice is really easy. Sometimes that choice is really, really hard. But drama usually starts with a reaction to an action. So if we can recognize how we react to other people's actions, and that it might be actually causing more of the drama, then we can kind of course correct. The number 2 is have real conversations. So if the only thing we ever talk to somebody about is gossip, well, then maybe it's time to reevaluate that relationship and figure out if that's really the best place for us. Number 3 is try to see it through the other person's eyes. You know, we can sit down with somebody and we can look at what they're going through, or, you know, the way they're coming to us, and we can completely think they're flying off the handle, or they're being dramatic, or whatever it may be. But if we realize that everybody's walk is so different, and if we take the time to try to understand what they're experiencing, what they're going through, and know that their journey is different from mine. Like Dr. Bob and I have lived very different lives, and different things are important to us, and different things trigger us, and different things that we value. And so if we come down, I might see something as drama, but he might see it as super important. So if we can try to be, you know, more empathetic, we can see things a little differently, and that can reduce drama. And I'll end with this because we went a little long. But number 4 is to communicate honestly. So instead of becoming, you know, silent, I don't know if anybody can be guilty of that, where I'm just going to take my ball, I'm going to go home, I'm going to be silent. Or instead of doing the opposite, where I'm going to verbally just attack, try to find a place in between. Try to share your thoughts and perspectives in the hopes of shedding light on the situation, in hopes of improving the situation, in hopes of creating a reconnection instead of a bigger dramatic event. So we'll end there. That was a great one, Coach. And Dapo, great imagery with the matches there this morning.
Yeah, loved it. Love it. Sorry, I took too long, Andrea.
No, it was perfect.
That's a great lesson this morning. And guys, we love you. We appreciate you. We hope you have an amazing Easter. Everybody on here knows where everything comes from in our life. We get to live. I know that. So we're celebrating that this weekend. So guys, we love you. We appreciate you. We'll see you back on Monday.
Love you guys.
God bless you.
Beautiful,
Happy
beautiful
Easter.
weekend.
Happy
Easter. Thank you.
everyone. Love you guys. Great one, Brent.